Welcome to my presentation held at the AMI Wood Plastic Composite Virtual Summit in November 2020. My name is Dr. Daniel Friedrich, and I would like to report about study results conducted by Compolytics, which is Composite Polymer and Policy Analytics. The title of my presentation is How WPC as Packaging Material is Valued by Consumers, a survey on convenience and shopping goods. And it is about results from a survey which was conducted among German consumers to assess their attitude and willingness to pay towards wood plastic composite packaging. I would like to start my presentation by providing some basic information about the study content and where the study results are available. Then I would like to introduce the study design and how the approach was, and then presenting the study findings and closing with a summary. So the study content, as already said, it's about a measurement of consumer attitude towards wood plastic composite as a food packaging material. And within the attitude measurement, it was about the assessment of sustainability, the weight, and the concerns about the direct food contact of wood plastic composite packaging material, the willingness to pay, and then the willingness to apply, so the demand of WPC packaging, which is a new kind of packaging material. So we were interested in seeing how many of the queried respondents were ready to indeed buy a packaging with WPC, and then the influence coming from the packaging content. So the surveyed consumers were able to specify a PVC, a cardboard, a WPC and an aluminium packaging. The study availability, this study is already published in a peer-reviewed scientific paper, which is published by the Journal of Resources Conservation in Recycling, and this is the reference to this paper. So what about the study design? We applied a questionnaire containing item statements measuring on a 5-point Likert scale the attitude of the respondents towards different packaging materials. It was about a PET plastic material as packaging, a WPC material, then a cardboard conventional material, and conventional aluminium. We were measuring their attitudes towards the sustainability, so the CO2 emissions coming from these kind of packaging materials, how they assessed the weight of the packaging, and also if they had concerns about the packaging material in direct food contact. We afterwards measured their willingness to pay, so we were proposing several prices and they had to specify their price readiness according to the different materials. And then finally we asked which of the 4 materials they would then indeed buy in a real buying or purchase decision. We were measuring all these attitudes and willingness to pay with 2 test objects. The one was a salad box with these 4 materials as a convenience good, so for daily use, and the second one was a shopping good. It was a wine packaging as a shopping good, so as a luxury high prestige packaging material. So this is the study design, as can be seen here. These are the attitude measurements concerning the CO2 emissions, concerning material weight and health concern. Then we measured in a step 2 the price estimates with price ranges, 4 price ranges, which were related to usual prices to be found in shopping in magazines, and either for the salad box and for the wine box. And then we also queried the social demographic variables, and mainly the age and the household size of the respondents. And then we clustered the respondents who then finally decided either for PET, WPC, pulp or aluminium according to these two dimensions, age and household size. The study approach, the study was conducted by students at the University of Applied Science of Heilbronn, and it was the Duale Hochschule of Heilbronn, and it was conducted in the study program Food Management, and it was conducted from January to March 2018. So these are the results. In total, the students asked 364 consumers, and 50% of them were questioned concerning the salad box, and the other 50% for the wine box. So the same respondents was not asked for both of the test objects, only for one of both. These are the results. So as can be seen, most of the respondents, they were from single or family households, they were employed and evenly distributed among male and female, and they mostly had no experience with WPC, so this was more or less new to them. And also they were rather younger, so the most of them, the majority, was younger than 30 years. Then what about the measured attitudes? The results can be seen here in this table. So CO2 emissions, most of CO2 was released by PET packaging, so plastics, and aluminium, and WPC was somewhere in between and slightly more than cardboard, so it was estimated as much more environmentally friendly than PET and aluminium. The material weight, it was estimated as heaviest among all alternatives, which was a little bit surprising, but it was new. They mostly had no experience with WPC. And the health concern was estimated, as can be seen here, a bit more critical than cardboard, but less compared to PET and aluminium. So PET and aluminium were seen as most crucial concerning health concerns. So what about then the willingness to buy? So which of the four alternatives the respondents were ready to buy, as can be seen here. The least decided for aluminium as far as the salad box was concerned, most of them as cardboard, most probably seen as most healthy. Then the equal share was divided between PET and WPC. The situation was a bit different with the more expensive wine box. Aluminium gained in consent, as can be seen here, from 6 to 14%. Cardboard was again leading. PET was lost. It was seen as more or less cheap material, did not fit very well to a prestigious wine box, but WPC was quite similar to the salad box. What about the willingness to pay? As can be seen here, PET was always seen as cheap, can be seen with this line. The majority decided for the lowest price range in the salad box and the wine box. Cardboard is considered cheaper for higher priced goods. The cardboard is the green line. So here can be seen the majority in for the wine box voted for the lowest price, which for the salad box the majority went for the second lowest price. The aluminium gains in prestige, as can be seen here, the blue line. Majority in the salad box decided for the lowest price, but then here concerning the wine box there was also the majority then deciding for the highest price. So this was more seen as more precious, linked to the luxurious wine contained in the box. Most importantly, WPC achieves higher prices for low and high price goods. So the curves were quite similar, either for the wine box and for the salad box, and the majority opted for the second largest price in both cases. What about the personal characteristics? WPC experience was unspecific and had no effect on the consent. So it doesn't matter if they had a high or low experience. Only age and household size are significant factors. The WPC packaging for low price convenience goods are more likely to be chosen by younger people in single households. So if using WPC for a daily good, then it should be offered more to younger people living in single households, which is quite different to the shopping good. Here WPC should be offered to the older people living in families, and they would then be ready to pay higher prices linked to WPC as a packaging material. So indeed it makes a difference to whom offering WPC as a packaging material. So the main findings from this study can be summarized as following. The consumers assessed all four materials well. Concerning WPC, which is the most important one, they indeed saw a higher sustainability, but they had the feeling that this material is heavier than the others. So here they indeed have a lack of experience. But this lacking experience was not negative to their attitude, so they do not need a higher experience when showing higher willingness to pay. This is the good message for the WPC manufacturing industry. They do not need that high amount of promotion. The use of WPC as a packaging material indeed achieved higher willingness to pay for both test objects, so daily goods and prestigious shopping goods. So the industry can indeed make higher profits when switching to WPC, although the costs will be most probably also slightly higher. The acceptance was high in both cases, so 24–25% of all respondents indeed were opting for WPC as a packaging material for both the salad box and the wine box. Then when addressing the materials to target groups, then a shopping good with WPC packaging should be addressed rather to younger people in single households. When linking this material to more prestigious goods, shopping goods, then it should be addressed to older consumers living in families. This is an overview about the references used in this study. And by this last slide, I would like to thank you for your attention. And if you are furtherly interested in Compolytics research, please visit the website compolytics.de. Thank you very much.